Welcome to Ray and Reva. Today we're tackling a topic that's critical for any business leader, but it often flies under the radar: revenue leakage. I came across this post from X Factors with a really provocative title, the 60-second revenue leakage detector.
I saw that, right. It's brilliant because it frames revenue leakage not as some, complex accounting problem,
Right.
but as a series of simple, answerable questions. It's like having a slow leak in your car tire. You don't notice the small hiss,
Yeah,
but eventually you end up stranded.
that is the perfect analogy, and they kick it off with a real challenge.
Okay.
The first question is, can any member of your leadership team trace a specific quote number to its current status in under 30 seconds?
30 seconds. Wow. For most companies, that's a mad scramble through different systems, emails, spreadsheets.
Totally.
And the blog immediately connects that operational friction to a hard number. Companies with poor quote tracking lose an average of 15% of their pipeline value. It's not just inefficient.
Wow.
It's incredibly expensive.
It's money just vanishing into thin air, which brings us to their next point on automation. They ask, do you have automated alerts when quotes are about to expire? I mean, it sounds so basic.
So basic.
But the impact is staggering. They calculate a typical $10 million pipeline could lose over $400,000 a year just on quotes that could have been salvaged with a simple, proactive nudge.
And that's a theme throughout this whole diagnostic, the danger of manual processes.
Yeah.
My favorite question was this: can you guarantee that every approved quote becomes an order without manual reentry? Because every time a human has to retype information,
Oh, yeah.
you're injecting risk.
You're injecting a 2 to 4% error rate, according to their analysis.
Right.
And they translate that beautifully for a company processing, say, 1,000 orders a year at an average of $25,000. That small error rate amounts to $500,000 to $1 million in losses.
$1 million?
It's death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Exactly. And the cuts keep coming. The diagnostic moves through the entire process, from order changes not being tracked to a really critical one for modern businesses, usage billing. They ask if you can verify that 100% of billable usage is captured. This one is likely one of those double-weighted questions they mention.
Has to be. The margins on overage and consumption billing are so high that they say even a tiny 5% tracking gap can translate to a 15 to 20% revenue loss.
Whoa.
You're leaving your highest value revenue right there on the table.
And it's not just about what you bill, it's how you bill.
Okay.
The diagnostic brings up invoice clarity. Can customers easily match your invoice to their purchase order? Because if not, you're not just causing frustration.
Right.
You're delaying your own cash flow. The blog states invoice confusion can delay payments by an average of 15 to 30 days.
The final point brings it all full circle, back to retention. They ask, do you have automated alerts for contracts approaching renewal 90+ days in advance? Waiting until the last minute, they say,
Yeah?
yeah, it reduces renewal rates by 20 to 35%. It's a massive unforced error.
What I love most about this framework is really the conclusion it drives you to.
Yeah.
The solution isn't a one-time heroic audit to find one big flaw.
Yeah.
It's about building an operational discipline. It's about making these metrics, quote visibility, invoice accuracy, renewal outreach.
All of it.
It's about making these metrics a living, breathing part of your weekly and quarterly conversations.
Precisely. It's about systematic improvement. As the blog says, this 60-second diagnostic is the starting point, not the destination. The questions reveal the symptoms, but the real value is in addressing the root causes.
Now, here's a question we'd like you, our listeners, to think about. If you could only ask your team one of these questions tomorrow morning to get a real, unfiltered answer.
Oh, good one.
Good one. Which one would it be? And what do you fear you might discover?